I'm in the presence of so many superheroes.
Thank you for coming. Thank you. So good to see you. So good to see you.
Such a heartwarming reunion here between a Bay Area teenager and the medical professionals who saved his life after a terrible car crash. Recently, Tanish dropped by Lucille Packard's Children's Hospital, Stanford, to see the neurological and trauma specialists who came together to help him after that accident in late 2023. A day after arriving at the hospital's trauma center, Tanish was not showing signs of brain function, but the medical team performed a series of surgeries to stabilize his brain injury. And now, after a lengthy rehabilitation process, Tanish is heading off to college coming up later on this fall. And we are glad to welcome Tanish here to our studio, along with Dr. Kelly Mahaney, the pediatric neurosurgeon at Children's Hospital Stanford, who was part of that care team who cared for Tanish. I want to talk to you about what it took to help Tanish here when he arrived at the hospital in just a moment here. But let me just get from you, Tanish, how you're doing and where are you in your recovery?
Yeah, so accident happened about 18 months ago, and it's kind of surreal. I've come a long way from then. Yeah, I had to undergo extensive rehabilitation for numerous months, and which I had to miss school in order to do, but I was able to return for my senior year, graduate high school as the commencement speaker, and I'm excited to go on down to University of San Diego in the fall to pursue mechanical engineering.
It's really just incredible to hear that you have sort of, just brought everything, put everything back on track after going through an experience like this. It must feel pretty amazing to be going off to college, and you're going to be studying what?
Mechanical engineering.
Perfect. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Doctor, let me ask you about what it was like when Tanish arrived at the hospital after this crash at the end of 2023. You were pretty upfront with his parents that there was a clear chance that he might not make it. What was that conversation that you had with them? What did you have to tell them?
Yeah, it's almost the worst conversation you can have with parents. To tell them, I don't know if this will work, but we want to do a surgery to try to save your son's life. And to know that if it doesn't go well, possible outcome is death, or sometimes the worst outcome is surviving but not recovering. And we didn't, I couldn't make any guarantee, but we felt we had to try, and we felt we had a window of opportunity to make a difference, and I'm so glad we did.
Yeah. I know, yeah, and so many people are glad that you did. The biggest concern you had was the buildup of pressure on his brain from the injury, from the crash. What were the biggest challenges that you and the care team faced in trying to relieve that pressure early on?
Yeah, so Tanish suffered a pretty rare injury, and that he actually had a traumatic aneurysm from some of the skull base fractures, and it wasn't recognized immediately upon, during his initial hours of hospitalization. And that initial night when he was in the hospital, there was rebleeding from that and severe brain swelling. He was in quite a bad state. And we took him to surgery to do a decompressive craniectomy to allow his brain to swell without being life-threatening. But in short order, he needed another procedure to secure the aneurysm, and the next day another surgery to remove some of the clot to allow his brain to swell further without endangering him. And that wasn't the end of his surgical journey, but he made a remarkable, perhaps even miraculous recovery. And his family's support and his brother's support, all the hard work he put in really paid off. It's amazing to see how you're thriving and really making a difference.
Yeah, I know it's really special for you and everyone else at Stanford. What does it mean to you, Tanish, when you hear about all of the people who came together to help you. What do you think about all of those folks who worked so hard to make sure that you could move on and continue on with your life?
Yeah, they're all like superheroes to me. It took the whole Avengers. They really are. It's more than just a job to all of them. You know, you can see it in their faces, the like smiles, like when they see you doing better and helping you out, and like they're just so amazing and thoughtful and caring, and just none of this would have been possible without any of them. The doctors, the nurses, the entire care staff, my family, friends, even my entire school community was all behind my back, and none of this would have been possible without them. Every word of positivity, every smile, the immense care I received, it all worked, and I'm so eternally grateful for all of it. Yeah.
And there was a heartwarming moment. You talked about the fact that you just graduated from high school last month, and I want to show the photo here because a couple of the nurses from Stanford surprised you at your graduation ceremony. You didn't know they were going to be there.
No,
that must have been something.
Yeah.
What did it mean to you to have them there on your big day when you were the commencement speaker?
Yeah, it was actually kind of funny. I was so as the commencement speaker, I was sitting right next to the stage as I go up to talk, and I'm sitting there and I'm hearing someone call my name, like Taneesh, Tanish. And I'm like, where's this coming from? And I turn to the side, and it's one of my nurses, and or they're both nurses, I believe. Yeah. But, and I was like, wait, am I seeing this clearly? And they're telling me to come over. I'm like, I can't, I gotta go on stage. It was so amazing to see them there. And then after, they gave the biggest hug, and it just shows how much they really care. And they're like family to me too now.
Yeah. Clearly. Doctor, what has this whole experience, how has it sort of changed your perspective as a medical professional? I mean, obviously you've seen a lot, I'm sure, and but an experience like this one, and being able to bring Tanish back from the place where he was, how did it change your perspective on what you do?
Yeah, I mean, Tanish is here today because of the incredible teamwork. This wasn't about something I did or something another physician did. It was the whole team coming together, the nurses in the ICU, the trauma team, the nurse practitioners, the plastic surgeon, because there was a lot of skull-base repair to do. Dr. Dodd was the one who secured your aneurysm. It took all those pieces to come together, and all that teamwork and your family and your hard work is really what paid off. But it made me appreciate what a special place we have at Stanford, where the team really is a group of people who care and who make it so worthwhile coming to work each day. So that's what I take away from it, and I'm so happy sitting here with you today, like looking back on that day, and I couldn't have imagined it would be this good.
Yeah, I'm grateful to say I feel like I'm in a better state than what I was even before I suffered these injuries. I can say, like, I've learned a lot through all of these experiences, especially seeing how many different people like touched me and like helped me out in so many different ways. Like, there were people I had never even met before that were praying for me and sending messages to their churches abroad about me to pray for me.
Right.
And it's incredible, and just the amount of people is mind-boggling.
All right, well, we're glad to see the recovery that you're making here, and congratulations on the next chapter in your life here as you head off to college. Thank you for stopping to talk with us today. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Tanish, Dr. Mahoney, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate the time. We're going to be right back with more news after this.